Hello, how are you? How are you? How is everyone? I'm so grateful to be here today and happy. We're stepping into fall. That comes with so much fun. Beautiful New Hampshire. We'll start to see the leaves change. Drop in the chat. Let me know where you're coming in from and like what your health journey is. Where is it that you need support? Because today's live that I'm actually doing, I'm super excited. We did a poll. Many people came back to us and said, you know what? We need support around hormones. So today is all about who do you become when you're no longer exhausted? So welcome. I'm Dr. Holly Donahue. For those of you that don't know me, I'm the root cause doctor. And today I want to talk to you about a little bit of a depressive subject, but I'm going to take to a happy subject for you. So I was on the call with a high level executive the other day, and she had no idea that she was exhausted. Her hormones were off. She was just going through life, and she thought everything was wonderful. And then as I started to ask her questions, I really figured out that she was in burnout and she was exhausted, and her everything that she was building for her hormones was going towards cholesterol. Building blocks were going to cortisol. And many people don't understand what that means. That means that when you're in stress and you're in burnout, your cholesterol, your vitamin D, everything shunts over to cortisol because your body thinks it's in an emergent state. So we're always wanting to step back, really know what our symptoms are and know how we're feeling so that we can become the best version and healthiest version of ourselves, how I say it. So today we're going to talk about burnout and really the hidden hormone shifts that can really silently drain your energy and your joy. And it was really ironic when I chose this subject about a month ago to slot into September. And then I had a couple different individuals show up. Like, isn't that how it is, right? But I don't want to start with fatigue. I don't want to start with burnout. I really want to start with the possibility of who you get to be. So think about this for a moment. And if you have a notebook, like I always suggest you have when you jump on these lives with me, because I'm always like dropping, like I'm speaking like I always speak, but I know so many people like, I get so much value out of this. So I want to ask you a question today. Who could you be if exhaustion wasn't running your show? So it feels comfortable where you are. If you're driving a car and you're listening to this, please don't do this. But if you can, close your eyes for a moment and truly imagine waking up clear-headed, calm, and really strong in your present. Imagine that you're leading your team, your family, your life with grounded presence instead of irritability or panic. What I want to say to you is that version exists inside of you. We just get to remove what's in the way. Drop a 1 in the chat if that's making sense to you. We just need to remove and be aware of what is stopping you. So let's get honest for a minute. Think about, are you waking up tired no matter how much you sleep? This high-level executive really didn't know she was dragging herself out of bed until I started asking questions and we really got down deep. That's really what I'm good at, like detective work to figure this out. Do you crash at 2 o'clock and reach for sugar instead of caffeine? I'm sorry, sugar or caffeine or carbohydrates? Or do you feel edgy, anxious, and like your mind is racing even when you're sitting still? Or you're like bouncing your like knee up and down, which is what I used to do. Or you can't feel like you sit still. You're going to be fidgety. You're going to play with a pen. You're going to, make noise on your desk. You guys, these are messages that your nervous system is imbalanced. It's not character flaws. It's that you're pushing your nervous system pretty hard. So let's dive into that fun word that everybody talks about, not so fun, the stress, the hormone story. Cortisol is what I call your first domino. It's your stress hormone. You want a little burst in the morning that wakes you up. But if you keep going with chronic stress and you keep that cortisol pumping all day and night, raising blood sugar, creating inflammation, and really stealing raw materials your body needs to make other hormones, that's cortisol. Now, progesterone, and those of you that are in premenopause, perimenopause, or even menopause, you may be making less unless you're on a BHRT, bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. Or you may even be making less because of where you're at. Because remember, I'm going to talk about this in a minute, like cortisol will shunt all your other hormones that are being made. Progesterone is what I call your peacekeeper. It's your natural calm. It helps you sleep. It helps keep your anxiety and nervous system down. And it truly balances your other hormone, estrogen. So when your cortisol is staying high and you're under stress, progesterone is going to drop. Hello, sleepless nights, irritability, and that wired but tired feeling. I have a question. Do you ever feel tired, but you just can't turn off your mind at bedtime? That, my friends, could be a progesterone cortisol imbalance. Not cholesterol, cortisol. Sorry, misspoke. Such a close word. Now let's talk about estrogen. That is your brain and your mood spark. Estrogen supports your memory, your focus, and your mood. Too little, and you may feel foggy or flat. Too much, and you could feel irritable or bloated. Chronic stress makes these mood swings more. Okay? Again, if your hormones are changing, know where your hormones are at. Get a hormone test. Now, testosterone is the drive and strength hormone. It's not just for men. There's men in our vicinity at Simple Health, but testosterone is not just for men. It's for women as well. Just like estrogen and progesterone, they just have less of it. We have more of it as females. It fuels your muscle, your motivation, and your confidence. So high stress and low sleep can steal it, leaving you with low drive, slow recovery, and a loss of that spark. That's you. Does that make sense? Drop yes in the chat if you're with me. Okay, great. So let's talk about the nervous system and inflammation loop. When the nervous system is stuck in that fight or flight, cortisol stays high and inflammation rises. Inflammation is then going to block all your hormone receptors. So even if your labs look normal, your cells can't use these hormones. Have you ever been told that your labs are fine, but you still feel off? This is why. Because if your nervous system is in that fight or flight again, your cortisol is high, your inflammation rises. When you have increased amount of inflammation, right? There's inflammation around the cell. This is why. And this is why I created Pocket Doc. It is a weekly membership where I actually guide you with audios and handouts and live Q&A sessions twice a month. So you're never going to be left guessing what is your body trying to tell you, because that is the key. Every time a patient comes into my clinic, we're always unpacking, what is your body telling you? Every Monday, you get a focused audio lesson and a handout that's printable with actions that you can begin to take. And remember, you only want to take 2. And guess what? At the end of the week, I close the week for you. I'm back with another audio to keep you on track for the weekend. And you have your own private channel where questions can get answered. So this is why I created, imagine having me in your pocket, coaching you through health week after week on balancing your hormones and your stress and calming your nervous system, and actually you getting to implement these strategies that we talk about. Pocket Doc turns today's insight out into a daily practice for you. Does that make sense? So creating space for healing. Let's try one of these exercises and see if you can take one and start doing it after the live today. Create space for healing. Breathwork reset. Place a hand on your chest. Take a deep breath in for 4. Hold for 4. And exhale for 6. You can also exhale for 4 as well. That's more box breathing. If you do 1 minute of this, it's going to lower your cortisol and it's going to activate your vagus nerve into the parasympathetic, which is your rest and digest and your quietness. Let's talk about sleep as medicine, because sleep is so important. I just got off a call with a client and the sleep is so much better. And every hour before midnight counts double for hormone repair. So what is one small shift that you can make tonight? Earlier bedtime, no screens, or protein-rich evening snacks before you go to bed. That is key to rest your nervous system and actually detox your brain. Boundaries and joy. Every yes you say to something draining that you don't want to do is a no to your hormones. Don't try to be there for everybody. Be there for the people and the experiences and the joy that can keep you present. Where could you create a little more space this week that will bring you joy and create boundaries that are healthy? Not disrespectful, not rude, but that can help you bring joy. These are ways that you can balance your nervous system and get more into the parasympathetic state. Food as fuel. Protein and healthy fats help you steady your blood sugar. I say this all the time. And it also, the fat helps you protect progesterone. Think eggs and wild fish, avocado, olive oil, nuts. One swap that you can commit to today that will help you. So these are all things that we just spoke about that can help bring you back into a grounded state, back into a place of peace and calmness, and not be in that cortisol push. Drop a 1 in the chat if you're getting it. Yeah, exactly. So if you're ready to stop trying to figure this all out alone, Pocket Doc is your next step. Let me drop the link in the chat. I love this program, you guys. I absolutely love it. And it's so fun for me to build and so fun to draw people in. This is where this is for less than a cost of a dinner out. You can really receive weekly audios, targeted handouts, and live coaching to keep your nervous system and your hormones on track. It's like having me in your pocket, guiding you to build these habits that lower your cholesterol, balance your hormones, and keep you on track, right? And that in turn will help you ignite natural energy in your body, not false energy. You won't be living on nervous system energy. So whether you're a busy leader, high-level executive, parent, or professional, Pocket Doc will fit into your life and it helps keep you accountable. And that's all what we need right now. This community and this connection. Community is everything, and that's why I love it. So before we close, let's take a breath and picture that happy, joyful, balanced version of yourself. The leader, the parent, the creator who's present, strong and joyful. It's not a fantasy. It's your biology waiting for you to balance it. Your body is brilliant, and so are you. When you regulate your nervous system, your hormones follow. And when your hormones are in harmony, you become the person you were designed to be: clear, confident, and fully alive. If you are ready to take that next step, please join me in Pocket Doc Inside. Drop yes in the chat and head to the link that I dropped in the chat, and that's running across my screen right now. Let's start building habits together that's going to carry you into the future where exhaustion no longer defines you, because that future begins with you right now. You get to stop living in stress and living in more balanced harmony. All right, guys, I'm sending you so much love. Have an amazing, amazing day ahead and a great weekend. And check us out, joinpocketdoc.com. Again, join Pocket, Pocket, doc.com. And I can't wait to see you inside the membership. Have an amazing day. Balance those hormones. Get some sleep. Do some deep breathing. Keep yourself grounded and life full of joy. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.